Right. Now, one of the challenges that have come in the way of Zimbabwe's domestic currency has been that of an untamed growth in the broad money aggregates. And the new central bank governor has said, to quote his words, it will not happen under my watch, to put it across that way. Given that there are several issues playing out locally in Zimbabwe and as well as regionally, you've got the El Nino drought, which is significantly impacting the region, and you've also got infrastructural projects that have been assumed by the government over the past several years. The temptation to print is very much on the high side, and yet the new central bank governor has said they will not be engaging in any form of quasi-fiscal activities. What is your take on what the central bank governor has said against the backdrop of the very strong temptation to print excessively, to put it across that way?
Thank you for that question. That question, it warms my heart, because at least it shows everyone is putting their hands on the deck, and we are giving support to the incoming governor with ideas from which he can pick what he thinks suits him. But we have to understand that he is not working in a vacuum. There's so many things that can play, and here I'm trying to bring the issue that there is a limit as to how much he can fulfill that promise that he's not going to print anything at all. I'll give you an example of 2022. Our budget that year was about 4.5 billion, give or take, of which 43% of it went towards what they termed capital projects and then to agriculture. So that was financed via the central bank. I'm not too sure if he's going to be able to stand strong and against the appointing authority in this case. So it will be incumbent more upon the appointing authority than it is on him as the central bank governor. And then obviously concluding on that, I want to mention one more thing. There is this misconception on the market that printing is mainly done by the central bank. The bank is the one that has a minting machine and is always distributing money coming out. The central bank is the controlling authority of banks, but the majority of the printing, in the sense of how we understand it, is done via the commercial banks, via the loan books and the like. So maybe it's more about controlling, putting a leash on the central bank. Putting a leash on the commercial banks in terms of their printing. So his promise, yes, well, it's true. I'm not too sure if he's going to abide by it, but not in a bad way. First of all, every country prints. There is no way a central bank can work without printing. Like, for instance, I gave the example of an expanding economy. Our economy is growing exponentially, 3 to 5%.
Dr. Admire,
above average. So definitely.
Dr. Admire, I have to jump in there. We are running out of time. For just 1 minute, okay, may you speak to how it is that we can get rid of the parallel market system that we've got, as well as the parallel market premiums, given that authorities are clamping down on illegal forex traders, in just 1 minute?
Yes, in a minute I would say the market is there to satisfy a demand that is there. Why is there a demand? If they could fulfill a situation where the transactions, first of all, the store of value effect, and then the transactions which we are doing as an economy, as a country, because the majority of what we are seeking the US dollar for is to make imports. If there is a way the central bank could cover that, it could easily stop the work of the parallel market. In fact, because I'm excited that the side which was being fed by the capital market, being the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange and the like, has been curtailed now. So it's more of a demand for importation than it is for anything else in the local economy.
Dr. Admire Dube joining us from London for that conversation. Dr. Admire, thank you for joining us on The Mint.
Konapo, ipapo, ba ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.